Hey y'all, long time no see. I've missed y'all. I hope y'all have been doing well. This is going to be a bit of a chatty one. We're going to do some what I'm currently in. Oh, and I'm going to show you a freebie I just posted on my website. Like what I'm currently in here, Hobonichi stuff, Hobonichi launch stuff that I've already purchased for next year, plans for next year, all of it. I just want to talk about a bunch of stuff. So if you're not into like super chatty videos where it's just a bunch of hands moving and stuff, then this might not be for you. But if you are, yay! Let's get into it. Okay, so let's see. Where should I start? You know what? Let's start with the freebie because I'm very excited about that. Okay, so I have a bunch of freebies on my website, and one of the things I did for this, I try and post them on Fridays, like freebie Friday. How cute is that? Okay, is because I was using these like loose leaf papers from just like a notepad, and I would just cut it down and doing like a general day on one page, you know, obviously date, timeline on the side, and then a checklist over here. And I was like, this is cute, but then I thought, oh, what if I just made it its own insert? And so I did. I'm so excited about this one. So let me show you what it's like actually set up, because I set it up for today. So the way I set it up was I wanted something at the top for the date. Obviously, I wanted a middle section for like all day events. My husband was driving into the city today just for his, he has an office in there, so he drove in, and so I just wanted to mark that. And then on this side, there's like there's like 2 columns here. It's a very small middle section in case you want to write all the way across. But basically timeline over here, to-do list here, and then a little section for washi. But I didn't want to make it permanent like that because I thought this would be fun if like, you know, date and then weather, or date and priorities, and then 2 lists, like maybe work, personal, and then down here for like tomorrow, or like a quote or something. I mean, I feel like it's structured but still flexible, and so it's up there on my website. It's always in the description box, so if you want it for yourself. Right now it's just in personal, but if anybody wants it in like another size, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Okay, so that's that. I'm very excited. I'm going to flip through this whole thing because this is what I've been currently in, and this is what I'm going to be in for 2026. But before I do that, let's talk about 2026. Let's get into it. You want to see my Hobonichi haul that I ordered on August 31st at 10 o'clock? Here it is. That's it. I did it. I actually posted a very long video that I recorded a very long video that I never posted about all of my outdated Hobonichi books that have never been used, that I got super cheap on like Mercari, and just like super cheap. I don't think I didn't spend more than 20 bucks on these, you know, not as a whole, but just in general, like each. And I was like, Lisa, you don't need to buy any planners. You can just redate any of these that you need. So, because I have plenty of stickers that I can redate. And so that's what I did. I just really loved this this year's clear covers design. I loved it. So I got this to go around. It's a 2025, but I haven't opened it. It's a mega. I just thought it would look really nice over this. So I got this to use this because, like I said, I have plenty of stickers to redate if I wanted to be in this next year. And then I was super intrigued by these little sticky notes that are like this, but then they fold. So you can just kind of like, we're going to try one. So you can just kind of like put it in here if you needed more space, and the grids are supposed to line up. So what I thought this would be fun for is if you are an A6 user, and of course with the A6 Hobonichis, you just get the monthly and then the day per page, right? No weekly. You can add and you can buy the weekly supplement, but I thought, wouldn't this be cool if like you match this up like this and just had your weekly overview here just written down, and then like on this side maybe like habits or a master to-do list, and you just kind of did that. I mean, I thought that was really cute. Or let's say you need more space, like you do memory keeping in here, and you're just like, okay, you put a photo and you do stuff, and then you're like, I need more. You add this, and then you can add more, and look at that. It really does. It lines up perfectly, the grid. Oh, I'm not even in camera, I'm sorry. It lines up perfectly, the grid. However, this is a very stark white, and this next to it, it's not as, like, these are obviously more yellow than these, but this is very white, like very stark white, so they don't match. So if that bothers you, that might be an issue. But I was very intrigued. So I got this, I got the cover, and that's it. That's my Hobonichi haul. I did it. Because I know myself, and I know that throughout the course of the year, I like to dip in and out of a mega. And every once in a while, I get the itch for one of these. And since I have these and I can easily redate, I just went ahead and just got the cover. I did get an A6 cover, the A6 version, but I had to buy it from a different place because it sold out as I was ordering this, and that's fine. You know, it is what it is. Hobonichi season. It's every man for himself. So that is my Hobonichi haul, so to speak. And I'm also, so the video that I recorded that I never posted talked about how I was struggling because I was like, am I going to use one of these for memory keeping next year? Because I do love to memory keep. I do love to save photos, ephemera, everything like that, and put it all in one. And I had talked about in that video that it's really important to me this year, 2026, because my kids are seniors, and they're seniors in high school. Y'all, I love it every time. The little Coffee Monsters coat clip. She puts little butt cheeks on them. Okay, sorry. And I really want to memory keep their school year. Seniors and transitioning to college, you know, we're doing college tours, we're doing all that, and it's just a big milestone. So I want to make sure that I have everything in one book. And then I realized, Lisa, their school year goes August to June. So you're not going to get all those memories in one book anyways. So what I did was I shopped my stash, and I had this Lauren Phelps design, undated TN that's just, it's literally just the monthlies at the front, undated, and then it's 365 blank pages. And so what I decided to do was use this and start it in September, because my kids start the last week in August, so it's really just 2 days, and then we do Labor Day. So I just threw in those 2 extra bonus days. So this is a September start, and it'll go through the end of the school year, and I'm just going to use this. And I've already started, and I love it. I'm not going to show it because there's a bunch of pictures of other people in here, and I don't have their permission to, you know, show their face on the internet. So basically, I'm just going to do this 1 month at a time and just, you know, set it up weekly. Let's see. I'll show you, like, this is this week, general plans, and then at the end of the week, like over the weekend, I print out pictures and I'll paste them on this side. Anything that needs more, like a birthday, a celebration, or we do something fun that I have a ton of pictures, that's when I'll use these in the back, like a scrapbook style thing, and I'll put those there. So yeah, I'm very excited. Plus I get to use this Moterm companion that I got super cheap off Mercari like 2 years ago, and I've just been hoarding it ever since. And so I put in the back this blank reusable sticker, which I need to, like the sticker release paper from Traveler's Company. I need to fill in my stickers. I'll do that one night. I'll just put something on and I'll do it, because I literally just set this up like last weekend. So that's what I'm doing there. So I didn't need to worry about actually buying any planners from Hobonichi for memory keeping or planners to use, because again, I'm just going to redate. I'm just going to do it. Because mainly I always fall back into my rings. So now let's get into a little rings flip through. This is a Moterm. I think it's the apricot. It's not their luxe. It's just the personal. This is the veg tan though. It's the closest that they have to the undyed leather. I don't know. I got it off, again, Mercari. Y'all, I get all my stuff from Mercari because I don't want to pay full price. So this is, you know, the inside. I've got, let's see, on this little side pocket, I've got some color dots and a stencil. I got a little deco here up front. This is a little picture of my kids I've tucked down. Behind the pocket, I've got a little Mad Money, a little cash. Back here, I don't think, you know, my daughter made this. She drew this for me, like, oh my gosh, I think she was like in 5th or 6th grade. And I laminated it because it says today. I just thought it was the cutest thing. And so sometimes I use it as a bookmark. So I keep it back here just so that way I know it's there. So the back has, I'll show you this, and you know, when we get to it, once I get to the whole flip. But the back is just cards, little card slot. Okay. So I have the calendar. This is Plan with B, and I just like to mark off the days. This is mine. This is an overview. So I have the full calendar year, and plus I also put the week number on the side. This is also in my freebies. So this is 2025, and I have already made 2026. I'm very excited about that. And holidays. This is something for my personal trainer that we're tracking together, so that's why that's there up front, so that way I can do it every day. Just some extra lists. These are Peanuts Planner Co. If you join her Facebook group, you can outfit an entire planner from her Facebook group freebies. I mean, I'm telling you, she is very generous. Monthlies, weeklies, dailies, notes, you name it, you can, again, fill out a whole planner. So this first section is what I just call my planner. I know this whole thing is a planner, but this front section is my planner because this, I have my monthlies in here. These are from the Ghosting Pen, which is Lindsay Scribbles shop. I have my own, but they're in Franklin Covey Compact, and when I move back into personal, I just didn't want to mess with it. So I have them ready for 2026, but I hesitate to print them out because honestly, I really want to try the Sterling Ink monthlies that she just released. That for inserts, it's the new Cosmo paper, and I bought them this morning once they went on sale. That's all I bought from Sterling Ink. I'm not buying anything else because I thought the monthlies would be fun to try. I really want to try the paper, and I do want to see how it looks in here. So that's coming. Then my weekly, it just basically flows monthly, weekly, daily, and so that way it's all in one section. I don't have to search for everything. I'll show you a blank weekly. So again, this is mine. I made it myself, just because, I don't know, I like making inserts. So this is a 1.5 inch column, and I did that on purpose. Everything else is a lot more narrow, and because I really wanted to be able to, if I felt like it, use my vertical kit stickers that I've had since like 2015, 2016. I probably got still like 24 kits that I've just kept. So I can use that on the sidebar here, and then Monday through Thursday, Friday through Sunday. And then over here are 3 weekly little checklists, and I didn't categorize them on purpose because sometimes it's homework because I'm taking classes, or dinners, workouts, whatever it is I need to do something, you know, just kind of a quick overview here with a little check marks on the side, and then a habit tracker. And then, like I said, I was using just notebook paper, but now I've made these little dailies, which I'm in love with. Yay. Section 2 is a new section, actually. So I use the HB90 goal setting system, and I love, love, love her planner. I use it in the A5 size, and I just don't like carrying it around. So basically what I did was I just took some of her stuff and I just made my own personal size version of it. It's not the whole planner, obviously, because that would be wrong. That would be stealing, but just some general pages, because this goes everywhere and I take this everywhere. And so I work out of the A5 at home, but then I like to have quick notes about it here. So that's what section 2 is. It's my little goal setting section. We're gearing up for Q4, y'all, so that's what we're doing, and that's why I made its own section in here, so that way I could use the rest of September to plan for Q4. Yeah. Section 3 is, y'all, loosely called a commonplace notebook. It's not really. Basically, it's just me and my me planner ranting. But these are the categories if I actually do use it, with those dot color stickers, planners, media. So if I want to talk about any books or movies or TV shows, you know, life, content ideas, health, whatever, it's all in here. And so then I use this, and I just put the day and date, and then I use the little color dot, and then right here. So loosely commonplace. It's not really. I just like to call it that because it sounds fancy. Okay, so section 4 is my reading section, and over here is, I usually have these separate, but I'm covering up my library stuff here because I have my library card number on this. This sticky note set, it's a whole book series, my library, due dates, checkouts, all of that. It's a sticky note set. It's also in my freebies. This is where I collect, it's just kind of like this little gridded section where I collect new releases and any advanced reader copies I've received. So this just goes through the end of the year, and this is for 2026. I just have it set up because I'm already writing things down that are coming out. And then this is where I track. Here, I'll show you a blank one first. This is where I track what I read. And then, so like I will write down the name of the book and a little abbreviation on this side and the length. And then over in the calendar, I just track when I read it. And then this is for newsletter stuff. I do have a monthly newsletter where I send out book recommendations for the coming month. And then stats and whatnot. So this is my reading section. I do have a running that I have not kept up with this year. And I'm kind of sad because this is the first year I really haven't kept up with it. And I do like seeing it all in one. But yeah. And that's it. That's all that's in this section here. This is my family section, so I'm going to skip over that because it's, you know, doctors, school schedules, all that stuff. It's not very exciting anyways. Then is my work section. Here, I'll show you a blank calendar. Let me go to... I use a month on one page for my work section, and I actually keep track of the mail because I work... It's not a very large office, but I'm the one that checks the mail for the office. And so I do keep notes because people like to come at me and be like, did this? Yes, it did. I'll tell you when. And then due dates, ads, and stuff like that, I keep on this side. And then on my actual weeks, I just use a gridded spread like this because my work day is very task oriented, not appointment oriented. So I don't need time. So basically I'll take a Tombow and I will just highlight the top and I'll put the week, like, you know, whatever Monday through Friday is up here, and then week number on this side. And then I just do bullet journal style Monday, and then all the tasks, and then use signifiers. And then I do that. And then this keeps my place, obviously this little marker right here with this little tab, but this is for, you know, long-term projects that usually take, you know, like a month to complete. This is where I make sure that I keep a running list, like my queue. And then as I can reference this on my day-to-day tasks, they get broken out. You know what I'm saying. And then there's reference pages in the back. And then this is just a little, you know, what is it called? Page lifter. And then this, I put this in every planner. And if it's not in a ring bound, I have it on sticky notes and I keep it actually in the cover of the planner I'm using because I reference it all the time. Like I said, I love making planner inserts. And these are from Hey Planner Girl. Two different ones because this is the original that I got years and years ago where it still had letter sized and when Happy Planner was like super, super big. And now the newer one has rings, discs, and TNs, and then a conversion chart on the back. And so since I love making inserts, I keep this handy. And then this is my little morning journal. I journal in different ways. I memory keep. You know, I keep an archive, all of that, but then sometimes I just need to dump like stuff. And I also really love morning journaling, which is good morning, grateful for another day. And I set my intention and I talk about how I slept, or if the morning was rough, or if the morning, you know, I take my kids to school in the morning. If we had like a fun car ride where, you know, we were laughing or something, I like to write it down. And so basically it's just a little gridded notebook. This is actually, this was a full standard TN size, and this is the Baumkuhn Travelers Company collaboration, and I cut it down. I had used it before. I was trialing it, like using it as a as an all-in-one plan. I just wanted to see what it would be like, and I loved it, but I just like rings, y'all. So I modified it. I just kept the front pages because I don't care. I'm just testing this out. And then basically I just journal, date, journal, wherever it ends, date, journal, you know. And I just keep it tucked back in here because while I love the rings, 95%, it's perfection. 2% of that is I don't like writing in rings. I mean, journaling in rings, like long form journaling. So I need just a little booklet, right? And then the other 3% is I hate archiving these pages. Hence the memory keeper / archive, because whatever's in here, I'll actually copy in here, and then I'll recycle these pages because this is a lot of paper. So I'll recycle these, take all that stuff and put it here, plus pictures, ephemera, and all that. And it works. It works for me. That way I don't have to worry about archiving these pages in some sort of, you know, binder that would fit everything for the year. And then I can private journal here, and it all tucks in very nicely. Use my little, this is the Uniball one, the little petite one, the little chubby one, but it's cute, and it tucks in here because sometimes I do like to have the exact same setup in a pocket. And so by using this pen, I'm for sure able to just take it back and forth, and then it just fits beautifully, right? This literally is this, just tinier. So I'm not going to go through it. And this is just because, like, if I'm out on the weekend and I don't want to lug this around, but I need a comfort planner, you know, an emotional support planner, I'll tuck this one into my bag. So that's it. That is where I'm at. Oh, this is my little, I do keep this around me. This is Coffee Monsters Co. Anytime I made this like the freebies, you know, whenever you order, you get a little square freebie card of stickers, and I just take them off and I put them in here. And usually I'll just carry this around because I don't use a whole lot of stickers in here. This is just messy. I just need to be messy. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to be like, is it perfect? Does it line up? Is my handwriting? No, that's for this. When I sit down and I make a whole ordeal of it. This, messy. But I do like to keep some stickers, so I do keep this, and that's it, you know. But so that is it, my friends. Little Hobonichi 2026 talk, little planner flip through, a little memory keeping talk, all of it. So let me know, what did you pick? Did you, have you solidified your 2026 plans? Did you order anything from Hobonichi? Let me know, because I'm nosy and I want to know what everyone else is using. And I'm influenced, and I'll be like, oh, I need that too. No, I'm just kidding. No, but let me know. And I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.